Hey everyone, you are tuning into the AFTERBUZZ TV after show for America's Got Talent semifinals. Make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the America's Got Talent after show for the semifinals, season 11.
We forgot a song.
We forgot a song. Well, we'll dance to ourselves. Anyway, I'm your host. My name is Dani Golub. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dani Golub.
You can find me on Twitter and Facebook at Megan Boykoff. I'm sorry, I'm so giggly. I'll tone it down.
Yeah, so we have a big show tonight. Lots of singers in the house. First up was Jana Brown, the 14-year-old. She sang Rise by Katy Perry, her new song. What'd you think?
I think her voice is like effortless and very pure. I could like hear her on the pop charts right now.
Totally.
But she, isn't going to be a Vegas act.
Yeah, I completely agree. Simon said it wasn't great, it was incredible, which kind of threw me off because then he like hit his ex, and I was really confused. Why does he do things like that?
I don't know.
Simon.
He's crazy.
He does X's when he gets excited, which it was really weird. But anyway, that was the first act of the night. She opened with a big song. The next act was Kayden Bart Rocket, who we had here last week with us. And he is a kid magician. They did that house act where all the kids came out of the house. What'd you think?
I thought it was a fun turn of events that they, worked together as opposed to working apart. It was cute.
It was cute. Do I think it was as good as some of the magicians last week? Not necessarily. My favorite magician last week actually made it through. John Durambus, he did a huge act, all the footballs and everything. He is a football player. Speaking of football, Megan, I think you have something to say about the fantasy draft.
I do. So
Tell
I
me
have
about it.
some girlfriends who are actually super into it. They just spent this last weekend putting their draft together. And in case you didn't know, there's this free contest from the Draft Kings.
Ooh, fun.
And you can win $100,000.
No way.
Yes.
That would change my life.
It would change most
It's like winning
people's
America's
lives.
Got Talent.
That it is, except without the Vegas show. So it's happening this weekend. $100,000 is up for grabs. DraftKings.com is where you go if you want to sign up. You can play whenever you want with whatever players you want. There's also like a 50-50 contest that runs sort of a different way. What else can I tell you about this? It's very exciting. There's something there for everyone. So you can just sign up by going to DraftKings.com and use the code BUZZ to play for free this weekend. That's like how you get in for free to win $100,000. Yes. Enter
Sweet.
BUZZ. And that's all you really need to know, peeps.
Next up was Katie Lynn, the 12-year-old singer, which, by the way, I cannot believe she's 12. Can you?
She's so poised
What do you think
and
of her?
professional. Something that I realized during this performance that I hadn't before about Katie Lynn was that even though she's so young, when she gets up on stage, I'm never nervous for her. And I think that says a lot about her professionalism and about how poised she is. I
Totally.
trust her to do a good job.
She's saying I Hope You Dance, which is what we wanted to open to. We forgot for some reason. Oopsie.
What a big song to tackle.
It was. I actually think her performance to My Church was better, though. Did you
Yeah,
think so?
It was a little better.
Yeah. I don't know. It filled the stage more, filled the auditorium more, but I do think she did a good job.
I thought like she was singing kind of in her lower register. Maybe she was sick. I don't know. Just a little different.
Yeah, she just sounded a little bit different, but she looked really mature. She looked beautiful. I think she looks a lot like Amy Adams or
Yeah.
like Isla Fisher. She has that beautiful red hair.
Yeah.
Next up was Victor Key, the juggler. He was amazing. He even dropped a ball, but he was still so good.
Yes, which Heidi talked about. But as she said, it's so big and so fun. And I think unlike some of the other performers where it's like just one person, he really does fill up the stage. It would be fun with more people, but especially with all the production that they were adding into his performance specifically tonight, it's very entertaining.
I did see a string though.
Yes, Dani
Megan was really
caught
mad
the
at me, but I
string.
did see a string from the ceiling. What do you think about that?
I'm not nitpicking that too much because it's not actual magic. There's,
Yeah, Heidi even said if he drops the ball, I don't even care. And I kind of felt like that too. He was amazing. I really enjoyed watching him. His face paint this time was even bigger and
Yes,
better.
it was more colorful. His whole bodysuit had like rhinestones happening. Switched it up a little.
It was a lot of fun to watch, except for like the giant gash painting on his throat. I was a little thrown off by that, but I did like the glittery leotards. I like how he said about airbrushing abs. I should try that. It was a lot of fun. Next up was Lincoln Bridge, and Megan was really disappointed with this performance. She had to
was.
pause the TV to talk about how upset she was by the song choice.
Yeah, normally if I'm not feeling it so much, I'll just like shake my head or throw my pen. This time I had to stop them from singing to turn to Dani. I think that their song choice was great, very contemporary, bringing in like a different demographic of their audience. I thought maybe they were like trying to change the genre and the feel of the original song. Right, no, but that's not exactly what I'm saying. They were changing like the genre of the song to fit what they normally do, but it didn't work. The singer who started the song was like very aggressive, and I did not enjoy it.
Yeah, the judges really liked it though.
Yeah, I was
feel
shocked.
like the judges said they liked everyone tonight though. We did talk about that, how they said they liked every single act, which I didn't really think was fair for voting purposes.
They just want people to get out there and vote so that tomorrow they can say, we had a record number of votes.
Yeah, I agree.
It got better like 3/4 of the way through, but that was not enough for me.
Yeah, I agree. When the second singer came on, the second lead, he was really good.
Yeah.
Next up was Passing Zone, the wild card, and they were hilarious tonight. Megan loved the dot joke.
I love that's like my favorite joke of the entire season.
I agree.
We liked his outfit in general, and then they like made a joke about it. It was so good.
And they were throwing fire at Simon, which was hilarious.
There was so much danger.
It really
Lots of different elements. It was fantastic.
Yeah, he even had fire on his head, which was crazy. I couldn't believe that they did that to him. Yeah. His face was like totally sheet white at one point. It was great. I was taking Snapchats of his face. It was so funny.
That's real danger. I mean, like,
he
that
wanted
thing was
death.
not staying.
He wanted a risk of death, and he sure as hell got it. They made like it was like a comedy act and a danger act all combined into one.
I would so see that show.
I would. I felt like it was already a show. It was one of those ones where it felt like a show in Vegas. Next up was Callie Bevers. She sang I'm Only Human, which, I mean, for her, that was a really moving piece, and all the judges were really touched. Heidi was almost in tears. What do you think?
I thought the production value was great, as it always is on America's Got Talent. And I think that Mel B sort of hit the nail on the head for me when she said, kind of missed the mark. I was waiting for that big note. Didn't really get the big note. It was all kind of one level with like a louder part in the middle.
Yeah, totally. Next up was Brundage. He did the Rubik's Cube magic, and he really surprised me this time and made Brad Pitt out of Rubik's Cubes that were like already planned, and then the other ones fit perfectly into it. And like on top of that, he did some close-up Rubik's Cube magic. He's amazing. He was a wild card, and I'm so glad he's back.
Yeah, there were a lot of moving parts of that trick, which is what really draws me in and makes it exciting, is like having so many different parts. So I appreciated that. Like, made it A+.
Yeah, he was really good. I think in terms of Magician of the Night, he was for sure the one like to beat.
Yeah.
I think he'll for sure go through to the next round. Next up was my favorite of the night. Personally, we just love her in general, Sophie Dawsey. I was glad to see her do something besides the bow and arrow.
Yes.
What'd you think?
Well, first of all, she sure knows how to wow right out of the gate. Like, she really knows how to make an opening. Simon has said it before, and I'll repeat it because it's worth repeating. She knows how to play to the camera brilliantly. She knows how to perform, and like, you know, all of this stuff going on, like, really draws the audience in. Her whole costume and
everything tonight was amazing.
Yes, it was.
I really, really loved her. What she did with the ring was insane. She balanced only on her neck.
Crazy. She brought the danger. She brought the sass.
Yeah,
she brought
she
the
was
talent.
So good. Next up was the clairvoyants, who were so creepy. I felt like I was watching a Vegas show in like a haunted house. It was insane.
Yeah, I was at a loss for words. It's like very eerie. It definitely seemed as though the judges really had no part in that, which is like blows your mind. How is that possibly possible?
Yeah.
Dani, you were saying earlier, you were like, they could take this home.
Oh, yeah, I was saying that they could possibly win this thing. Next week is the finals. Like, I think they have it in the bag, maybe.
Wow, have it in the bag.
I definitely could see that being a possibility. And then last up for the night was Brian Justin Krem. I mean, I think he was for sure the singer of the night.
Yeah.
He was amazing. He sang Everybody Wants to Rule the World. What do you think as our singing host?
I thought that he definitely played into his strengths, which I don't mind. You know, sometimes
me too.
Sometimes it'd be like, oh, that's boring. He's just playing it safe. No. This is what Brian does. This is what we want to see. He's a star. He's a star.
He was for sure a powerhouse. I loved watching him. He's clearly a trained Broadway, musician, singer. Who was your favorite of the night out of all of these?
The Passing Zone. The joke
Really?
was so good. The danger was there. I was on my edge the whole time. It was great.
And what about your least favorite?
Oh, least favorite. Probably Callista
Callie Bevier.
Yeah.
I can see that.
or Lincoln Bridge.
I would say my favorite was Sophie, per usual. She really like
Shocker.
stole the show. And then my least favorite, unfortunately, was Jana Brown, the 14-year-old singer who went up first.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy about it.
I was kind of spacing out.
Yeah, Rise by Katy Perry. Like, I mean, it's a great song and it was a powerful song, but it definitely wasn't her best performance. But, you know, who do you think you see kind of taking this home in the end, now that we've seen the two semifinal shows?
Honestly, I don't think I would have said this if you hadn't said it first, but I think the Clairvoyants have a definite chance of taking it home. It's very entertaining. It's very
Right.
Vegas. So,
I still feel like Grace VanderWaal could also pull through because she has so many followers and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
true.
It will be a fun show to watch next week.
So two more. We have two more
two more.
AfterBuzz wrap-ups of
We do.
AGT.
We do, but that is kind of all we have for tonight. I think so. We kind of made it through that list quickly, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you want to finish the conversation, continue the conversation, my name is Dani Golub. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Dani Golub. Where can they find you?
Twitter and Facebook at Megan Boykoff.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye, y'all.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.